8 minutes left in the Division I Toy Bowl Championship. The first play from scrimmage of the new drive for the Steelers is a pitch back to Dylan Manners. He's got room to run along the far sidelines. He's brought down inside the 35. A gain of about 5 yards for the Steelers, but there is laundry in the backfield, and this one might be coming back. It is in the vicinity of where you will see a holding penalty called oftentimes. And if so, if that's what it is and it's against the Steelers, that's a huge blow to what was a very positive first play from scrimmage. And it is indeed exactly that, a holding against the Steelers. That's how the fourth quarter begins. Final 8 minutes before we crown a champion in the Division I Toy Bowl. 12-0 is the Colts lead. And here to take you home with the play-by-play, Jimmy Stratman.
I think it is going to be a holding on the Steelers. Backs them way up. They're now sitting on their own side of the field at the 49-yard line. So 1st and a mile for the Steelers, and they're going to huddle up way back at about the 35-yard line. Colts defense already set, ready to go. They know what they're going to do, and that's going to be stop the Steelers. Huddle breaks. Steelers come back up to the line.
I'm expecting this ball to go to number 9, Tavion Wells. Big man on the offense on the field for the Steelers.
The Steelers adopting the triple running back position. Taven Bowers is going to flip this one over to Tavion Wells. Jukes a couple of times, tries to cut back towards the middle, and he ends up getting about one on the play.
9, Tavion Wells.
And Thomas White there Tiger Price. We saw him do some good things on the offensive side of the ball last drive for the Colts. He's the one to bring Wells down. And we have a penalty against the Steelers once again. It is declined by the Colts after the loss of yards. And not good news for the Steelers. Wells is a little slow to get up after he got to about the 50-yard line. That does make it, however, second down and about 19. Have to get to the 31 to move the change if you're the Steelers offense.
Bowers takes his position under center. The 3 running backs in their triangle formation. Snap goes. Pitch play. Tavion Wells. There are 2 Colts in the backfield already. Wells trying to run over some people, and he does run over one, but gets tripped up and tackled for another loss in the backfield. That one down at the 49-yard line for the Steelers.
Ryan Watt tripped him up. Jake Price brought him to the ground. Nice teamwork on the defense by the Colts. Back-to-back plays in which it's been the big man on the field and Wells to get the ball. Back-to-back plays in which he's been brought down behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 20 now for the Steelers. And we've got a stoppage in play here. The officials are going to be huddling up over something. There's not a flag on the field. There didn't look to be anything malicious after the play ended. So I wonder if the officials may be wondering if Wells might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like after all that, it was a conversation about what down it was, and the down marker didn't have it wrong, 3rd down. So maybe the officials just double-checking to make sure. This drive for the Steelers started as the 4th and final quarter started. 6:39 and counting left to play. The Colts are that much away from being the Division I champions with a 12-0 lead.
Tavion Bowers takes his position under center. Gets ready for the snap. The Colts also ready for the snap. It's a little handoff. It looks to go to, I think that was number 21, Michael Carpenter, takes it right up the middle for a gain of about 5, but that's not going to be nearly enough to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Nope. Certainly not the 1st down marker, and it'll be 4th down for the Steelers. Jordan
Green, one of the main Colts there on defense to make the stop, and this is danger territory here if you're the Steelers. If you don't convert this, you give the ball back to the Colts. Granted, the Steelers do have timeouts to use, but we've seen the Colts use a whole lot of clock before, and they're going to do that even more so here in the final quarter to make sure the Steelers don't have any opportunity to get the ball back.
Triangle formation in the backfield. 1 receiver out wide to the right. Taven Bowers under center. Hands the ball off, and it's fumbled in the backfield. Looks to go to Dylan Manners. It's fumbled and recovered by the Colts.
No, I think it was Manners who recovered, but it doesn't matter because it was 4th down. They're saying, yeah, Steelers might have recovered, but the ball will go to the Colts on the turnover on downs. And I'm going to be interested, Jimmy, to see how much clock the Colts can use here. 5:37 remains in the 4th quarter. They have a 12-0 lead. The Steelers defense obviously dejected that the offense wasn't able to pick it up. Now it's the defense's turn to stop this powerful running game that the Colts bolster coming in.
And really, the defense for the Steelers hasn't been bad today.
No,
They've been bending.
absolutely.
They have not. They've only broken twice, and those are a couple of big plays for the Colts getting to the outside. But overall, the Steelers have played a great game so far. Deuce Bailey under center. He's going to hand it off. Looks to go to the right side and is tripped up, tackled.
Michael Carpenter coming there to trip up Devontre Patterson. He had the game's only touchdown for a while until Bailey put it in for the Colts with 19 and a half seconds left to play in the third quarter.
Number 22, Devontre Patterson.
But a nice tackle right there by Carpenter. Again, one of those tackles where he's giving his body up. He's almost Superman diving and making contact on the hip to help bring the ball carrier down. Nice tackling there.
Deuce Bailey gets the play from his coach, lets a lot of time run off the clock, steps under center, triangle formation in the backfield. He takes the snap, hands it off to Devontre Patterson, who goes forward, falls down for a couple of yards.
Across midfield go the Colts, ball marked at the 46. Have to get to the 41 in order to move the chains and keep the drive alive. And here, certainly 4-down territory for the Colts, so you're going to have 2 shots at getting 6 yards. I like the odds for the Colts here.
Yep, and they they stay in the huddle, let some more time run off the clock. 4 minutes and counting left. Deuce Bailey under center. Takes the snap. No, he doesn't.
There is movement.
There's going to be movement.
And this is going to go against the Colts. This should be, I believe that was Elijah Starks, number 51, came across the line, but didn't come all the way across. He more so stepped into the neutral zone, and then it was the far lineman who flinched, and it was that flinch that caused the flag to fly. And we've seen this Colts offensive line be so
disciplined.
Discipline
really.
is the word I'm looking for, actually. So disciplined when the Steelers come across a little bit early. So it's a bit surprising to see that he moved. But again, 8-9-year-olds playing, it might have been a little bit of confusion saying, why isn't the flag being thrown? Well, it was thrown when you moved, but something he can work on, and you're certainly not mad at that. Just the second penalty on the game against the Colts.
Bailey under center. They fling one man out to the white, and it's going to be a pass, or looks to be a pass, and it's going to be snuffed out. That one went to Tiger Price. He looked to pass the ball from the backfield, but the Steelers snuffed it out, made the sack.
DeMar Starks on the tackle. He came in. He dove for the feet to try and knock that lower center of gravity down by Tiger, and not a bad play. Tiger really just took his time in the pocket. That's really what doomed that play. Didn't feel the pressure coming from the blind side. And now 4th down, 4th and about 13 to go for the Colts. They hold on to a 12-0 lead, but with 3:24 to play, the Steelers will get the ball back if the Colts can't convert here. The Steelers have had a solid day offensively, haven't had an outstanding day offensively, and they're going to need their best drive if they want to put a score on the board and come closer within the Colts.
3:24 remaining in the game. This Division I Toy Bowl championship between the Colts and the Steelers. The Colts have elected to punt, and they're going to get ready to snap this one off. 2 back for the Steelers to return it. Snap comes back. It's a pretty good punt. A little lopsided. Bounces at the 42-yard line. Hits off of a Steeler player, and he just got destroyed.
Yeah, Elijah Starks was the Steeler player that it hit. He realized that once the ball touched him, he had to pick it up, and then he went the opposite way. So a bit of a negative yardage return there for the Steelers. The ball is at the 40-yard line, so the Steelers only have 60 yards to go if they want to score. We've seen some good drives by the Steelers. We haven't seen a good drive in the second half by the Steelers. However, they had a couple ones in the first half. Really haven't been able to do much offensively in this second half. This has to be the drive of a lifetime for the Steelers, as we only have about 3 minutes left. The Steelers have to overcome a 12-point deficit.
It's a big margin that they need to overcome, especially the way that this game has been played. Tavon Bauer under center for the Steelers, a triple threat in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. It looks to be to Dylan Matters, and he's going to get probably 4 on the play. A good run off the left tackle rather, and probably a 4-yard gain for Matters on that one.
Yeah, Manners, we're used to seeing him kind of dance around in the backfield, try to catch one of the edges on the outside, right up the sideline. There he just took the ball, found a hole, and went for it. A nice 4-yard pickup by the Steelers.
Same formation for the Steelers. 1 man out wide to the right. Tavon Bowers gets the handoff, or is going to pitch it rather, to Tavion Wells, who's going east to west. Hasn't turned it upfield yet. Goes over towards the sideline. Now he does. turn it upfield, that is, and probably a gain of about
Carry by
3 or
number
4
9,
on the
Tavion
play.
Wells.
2 Colts there to help bring him down. Ryan Stewart and Tiger Price over on the far
Level stop for the
sideline. A
Colts,
nice
number
pickup,
83,
however, by
Ryan
Wells.
Stewart.
A gain of about 3, and that'll make it 3rd and about 4. A huge third down coming here for the Steelers. And after going out of bounds on the tackle, the clock will stop with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Steelers down by 12 at 12-0.
And you can never judge a drive by the first 2 plays, but these first 2 plays have seemed very positive, something that we haven't seen from the Steelers in a while. Same formation, Taven Bowers going to hand it off, looks to be to his tight end, number 22, who ends it around, gets the first down and more, tackled at about the 44-yard line.
I believe that went to Michael Carpenter, number 21. That was a great run. He's a little small out there, but is able to get to the outside, picks up more than enough for the first down. 2:15 left to play. The clock momentarily stops so the chains can reset. The ball in Colt territory at the 44.
The chains have set. The huddle is broken for the Steelers, and now they get back to the line with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Bowers under center, takes it, hands it off, looking to go anywhere is, I believe, number 21, Michael Carpenter, again coming off the opposite side, and he gets tackled for no gain.
Carries by number
A bit of
55,
an inside
Devon Starks.
handoff right
Brought
there.
down by number
I actually
11,
think that
Blake
went
Ritchie.
to either Caden Thompson or Damari Starks. 5 is the first number in or on the
83,
jersey.
Ryan
It
Stewart is
looks like
also
it was
in
more of a
there.
lineman or a tight end who got the handoff. And time is running out here for the Steelers. We're under 2 minutes to play.
1:35 and ticking on the clock. A bad pitch into the backfield. The Steelers are going to fall on it, but all the way back at the 43-yard line for the Steelers.
The Steelers are going to call timeout, stop the clock with 1:27 left to play, but that is a killer blow. The ball was inside the 45 in Colts territory. Now you have the ball inside the 45 in your own territory. Don't want to say it, Jimmy, but that feels like possibly the final blow that the Steelers could have used to score here. They do have 1:27 seconds, but the way that we've seen the Steelers move the ball, really both teams have been very methodical in their drives. We've only seen a couple of 3 and outs. The Colts defense has just stood tall to every single task today. Part of the reason it's not only a 12-point lead, but a 12-0 lead.
Yep, 1:27 left on the clock, and third down for the Steelers. Third down and a long way to go. We've seen a couple of big runs coming from the Colts side, Devontae Patterson and Deuce Bailey. Now the Steelers are going to have to look to respond with a big run of their own, or possibly even a pass play. We've only seen one pass play throughout the entirety of this game, an incompletion towards the end of the first half for the Colts. And it looks like they're going to line up with an I formation, one wide receiver out wide to each side. Taven Powers looks to pitch the ball, but it is snapped, and the Colts burst through the line, take down Bowers, and turn the ball over. Colts will take over.
And that is a killer. The Colts will
It's fourth down.
Fourth down. There you go.
Rather, it is 4th down for the Steelers. Dire straits still for the Steelers. Another I formation play, same formation. Bowers under center. Takes a snap. He's going to toss it back. Fires that one downfield, looking for a catch. It's tipped, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. That'll give the ball to the Colts with 55 seconds to play. That is going to all but do it. The Colts are looking well on their way to handing the Steelers their first loss of the season and win the Division I Toy Bowl here in 2015.
The Colts are pumped up on their side of the field, and you got to think that they're probably glancing to their right, looking at those trophies sitting on that table here at midfield, off to the right side of the field. And you got to think that they're probably waiting to hoist those.
And what a shame. The Steelers really played a solid game offensively, just couldn't get things to click all around. They haven't played a horrible game defensively either. Have only allowed 12 points, but it's been a couple of long runs. A 53-yard run on the first possession by Devontae Patterson, and the 25-yard run before the third quarter came to an end by Deuce Bailey. That will spell the difference. The Colts are going to be the Division I Toy Bowl champion. Still have 43 seconds left to play, but this one is all but over.
Deuce Bailey takes a knee, looking to run down the clock. Tries to take his helmet off. His coach tells him, no. You have to keep that on. We have to do that one or two more times.
One more play, and then we can celebrate.
Bailey takes a snap, knees down, and that's going to be the game. The Colts take the Division I Toy Bowl championship by a score of 12-0 over the Steelers. They're excited down on the field. The fans are excited here in the stands, and just a great atmosphere here at Warren Central High School. The Colts take this one by a score of 12-0 here on the Sporting Times Broadcast Network.
Man, how much fun was this, Jimmy? You and I, for whatever reason, we're the odd team. We did the soccer playoff with Bowling Green and South Warren a couple of weeks ago. We're doing this Toy Bowl. This is so much fun. It's so much fun to see other aspects of the Bowling Green sports community. This is a huge event for the youth community in particular that maybe not a lot of people in the area know about. They know about it now because of the Sporting Times Broadcasting Network. 12-0 is the final score. The Colts overtake the Steelers. The first loss of the season for the Steelers. You know this stings because it's for the championship. The Colts will be hosting the gold trophies, and the best part about this, Jimmy, is that we're not done. We have another game after this. We've got the Cowboys and the Bengals in the Division II game in about 30 minutes, and I hope we see as good of a game there as we did here. The scoreboard says 12-0, but it's really more of a 6-0 type of game that we saw for a long time. Both teams came in and played pretty even football. Great job by the Steelers. Great job by the Colts. Congratulations all around, and it stinks for the Steelers right now, but the cool thing about this is they're going to get to go online. They're going to get to listen. They're going to get to hear their names called on a football broadcast for maybe the first time. And, again, who knows? We might see some of these kids playing for a Warren County school or maybe even a college sometime in the near future. This is the first glimpse that you see of some of these names.
Yep, it's a wonderful atmosphere. Great for the kids to be able to get to contribute in this fashion, play this game. They love to play this game. That's just the way that it is. They wouldn't be out on this field if they didn't. And it stings for the Steelers, their first defeat of the season. But for the Colts, it's absolute elation and joy. They're getting lined up, ready to receive their trophies. And with that, I think we're going to call it quits on the first game of our doubleheader. The Colts take this one by a score of 12-0 over the Steelers. Division I Toy Bowl championships go to the Colts. We'll be back in about 30 minutes to bring you the conclusion of today's game between the Bengals and the Cowboys. For Fletcher Keel, I'm Jimmy Stratton. You've been listening to the Sporting Times Broadcast Network.
This is the new generation in high school sports broadcasting. You're listening live and crystal clear, only here on the Sporting Times Broadcast Network.
Number 9, Tavion